Hey, yo, what's good, YouTube? Your boy King Wallace here, man. I know you looking at the screen and was like, wait a minute, what's going on? You done dropped us into the second half of a game. Yeah, so about that. So when I was my plans, of course, is to bring you guys every game so you can see it in full and in its totality. And I know a lot of them have been blowouts since the first two games this season, and I apologize about that. I'm trying to get you guys better gameplay in the future, so you'll actually see that. But yeah, what you can actually see now is just a combination of us beating the hell out of out of Notre Dame. Um, for whatever reason, my capture card was just on the fritz. It was really bad. Um, and I lost half the footage because it just simply didn't record. It said it was recording. Then when I did the playback, all I had was the second half here. I don't understand it. Not happy about it. And yes, I know. It seems like these last couple of years I've had some issues with the recording equipment, and I honestly just can't afford to get the Elgato right now. I guess I could. I guess I could do a payment plan, so maybe I'll look into that. I just need something more expensive to actually do it. And this is me. This is me talking from the future because the whole season is finished. Just to let y'all know. But I've already recorded it. I'm just uploading videos now for you guys. But I'll be looking into to getting the Elgato, and also next year's franchise Dynasty looks like it may be on PC. So we may be able to do away with the capture card altogether. I'm hoping so because it's giving me some issues, and just recording on the actual computer would be awesome. I have a PS5. Apparently, there's a feature there that I can use to record. Didn't really want to try that. I like my games going directly onto the computer. Maybe there's another way that I could do that from the PS5. I'm not sure, but I didn't want to get into that. But yeah, man. I know I'm talking your head off right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. I'm going to show you guys the final score. I'm pretty sure you don't want to look at half of a game, to be completely honest. So yeah, I'm gonna skip to the final score here, man, and you'll get that final score, and then you'll hear me picking up at the next couple of games that you'll actually see. The next couple of games, and we'll go from there, man. And I'm gonna keep uploading these videos as fast as I can for you guys because we're getting pretty close to the summer, and 27 to be out before we know it, man. But at least want y'all to see the end of the season. All right, man. I'll let y'all get back to it, man, and see y'all in the next game. All right, King Wallace out. One.
And the offense will just take a knee. Well, it's been a great season. Big things still possible, Kirk, but for the first time, they run into a hurdle they can't clear. Now, how will they respond to this first loss?
And I think that's the big question. One loss isn't going to eliminate these guys from the playoff, but all they can do and focus on now is resetting, regrouping, and maybe use this loss as fuel down the stretch.
And that is going to do it. We enjoy being here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Now, I'm gonna be the first to say I did not expect this. But when we started off the game, with that kick return for a touchdown, I said, the game's gonna be in for a big kick the ball off, back out to him, and then score. We caught an interception. We go 14-0. I said, oh man, this game might get out of hand. And it did. 14 points in the first, 17. That's really all it took. Third and fourth quarter was just icing on the cake. Because they didn't score a touchdown again after the second. This team that I was concerned about didn't really give us nothing. Now, Kevin didn't have the best game. He was 11-2. We had a couple of drops in there, but just mainly just trying to. The biggest thing was kind of stand out the way and don't beat ourselves. We threw that one pick, which he kind of sailed it, and I didn't expect that to happen. I thought I pressed it like a bullet pad. Kind of sailed it as he was right on the run. Dude caught a pick. That should have been a touchdown, to be honest. But, it kind of is what it is. running wasn't working for them, but they got an all-world line back in that game. Aiden was able to find space, man. Jalen Cooper, the person that actually scored touchdowns, man. You know, every game is actually something different. You know what I'm saying? We got our freshman out here, and I like to let him play. But Aiden had a couple of catches. It was just an overall team effort, man. Overall team effort. They had the players to hang with us. We played well. We played a lot better than I thought we would. I like the fact that free safety was a tackle. Hey, three sacks for Emmanuel Martin. He probably should have been going. Mike Allen had 2 sacks and the fumble, strip sack, and the fumble recovery on the same set. So DJ had 1, Kill had 1, and Colin had 1. Alright, man. Let's say we had 1 pick. No, we had more than 1 pick. Let me look at that. My bad. But we had more than 1 pick. Just double check. We had 2 of them. Bellamy had 1, Jaden had 1, and DJ. That crazy one that DJ had. That was nuts. I was not expecting that. And we had the 96-yarder by Jackson. Got it started. Alright, man, let's turn. Hopefully, that big game, that blowout, got us everybody that we wanted, man. Hopefully, but this game don't work how you want it to work every time. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't gonna waste no time. That should have gave us a big ass jump. I don't care what this game say. It's weird on points, man. Coach points. Alright, let's see what we got. Harvey, yes, I knew this game would put him over the top, man. Cause I was in a battle with Texas for him, and I might have lost. Yes, sir. #1 linebacker in the nation. Got LaShawn. Yes, sir. Them 2 5-stars, baby. James Shorter. So we got another tackle to commit, which is amazing. Oh no, we lost Yusuf though. Dang. I thought we was gonna be able to get him. Hold on, let's look at the recruit board real quick. We got Virginia coming up. These last couple of games is like, yeah. So we had moved up to second. We had him on the visit this week for the Virginia game. So, you know, that put us out of it. But it looks like we can get Steven Peters in here. Now, I don't know if I can get him this week though. Let's see if we can get him this week. They won't let me bring him in this week. Hey, y'all gotta change that. I hope they do change that, man, because if it's that week, why I can't bring him in this week? You know, why is that not an option? If that makes sense, you know what I'm saying? Like that should be an actual option. So we can't get Peters in this week. I'm in front of TCU, but hopefully they don't catch us. And Femi Seiko is I'm above OU quite a bit. He's look like he's gonna be a linebacker, which is good. So now honestly, look, it's late in the season. I don't think no one else is out there. We'll take a look. Who has open? Who's it? Let's see. Hold on. Let me go any state. Cause I know they be doing the recommended for you, and it's like, okay, that's cool. But you know, what else we got? So we got on Will linebacker 6'4", 228. He's ready to rock and roll. You know what I'm saying? I guess it don't hurt to add him to the board, cause we do need another outside linebacker. What are you? Ben Landers. See, this is stuff I'm talking about. He's second. We second on his board, and I had no idea who he was. Never even seen him. Still open. Another receiver, Danny Turpin. Turp. He doesn't have an offer, so I'll go ahead and add him. Ty has an offer already from Arizona State, so I'm gonna let that play out. Marcus already has one from Baylor. You got it, bro. Just go ahead and go to Baylor Tech. I'm not even gonna try to jump in there. Already on my board. Nothing running back. Okay. Do your thing. That's how you going to South Carolina. I'm saying if they don't have offers, you know, I'll battle for them, but they already got offers. I'm not even gonna try to hop in there. And say, what's the point of, you know, fight or lose and battle, wasting points on people? It's really early for Emmanuel. Apparently, I think he really wanted to come here, and I just left him off my board being 5'8". I probably shouldn't have done that. He's probably really fast, so you know I learned my lesson here, being discriminatory. All right. Hopefully some of these freshmen, hopefully a couple of these transfers that I get, they are worth it at running back, and I'm not just missing out. You know what? We got space, so let's put a couple of 3-star running backs on any state. Let's put a couple of 3-star running backs on our board, and you know we'll see what we get with like, let's make sure no 4 stars are like super interested. Oh no, it's the ones that we saw early, and it's like we can't do nothing with it. But it's just, you know, there are some 3 stars that could be 4 stars. East-West playmaker. Manu Mon doesn't have an offer. Brandon does. He's an East-West playmaker anyway. As well. I'm gonna put him on the board anyway to see if I can steal him. 6'2", 232, contact seeker. Woo! Boy, bruiser. I don't think I want any more bruisers in my to come to the school though, because Harden is good, but it doesn't work out well for him in a sense, you know. All right, I said I was gonna add a couple, and I did. What else? Corner, strong safety, punter. Do I even have any corners on my board? Where he at with it? He got one offer. Missouri. It looks like Missouri trying to get him. We'll get in on that action. Missouri trying to get him as well. He's from. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna let Missouri have that one. No offers. Russ Yusuf. You see where he wants to go, but no offers from there. 6'1" boundary. Come on, Steve. And I like the height. The guys with height. All right, that's enough adding, because you know we got to spread these points around. So what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and offer these guys that I added to the board, just to get, you know, some more of that initial interest, you know, popping. What's popping? Brand new whip just happened. We got options. Pass that like stock. Just Josh. Now the 3 stars, I may not have to do too much with them. That may go well into the off season. Let's make sure everybody else is actually taken care of. He comes in Wake Forest week, but it's time to go ahead and hard sell him. So let's get all our people taken care of. It looks like I pissed Max off somehow. When were you supposed to come in? He comes in this week, so we definitely need to hard sell him. Oh, Max from DeSoto. He goes to DeSoto U. Yeah, we definitely trying to keep him home. Don't want him that pissed off at us. Jeez Louise, Max. A&M and OSU been in there. Hopefully this week, you know, take them over the top, man. All right, so we got time on everybody else. So let's at least, so on these 4 stars, we need 25 each. Well, not 30 each. And then we'll distribute the rest of the time throughout the people. But the people, you know, that we just got on our board. All right. So let's see. Yeah, everybody get 10. That's how we'll do that. Everybody get 10. We ain't scouting nobody. Not right now. I'll probably scout them in the out season, or or like the last possible week or something like that, because I can't schedule visits for them. Just don't want to scout right now. Put some time into some people, and honestly, we could do whatever to make them better. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know how to do the off-season training, so I'm not tripping on that. But yeah, man, I gave you 2 today. Like I said I was, man. Them been on here long enough. It's been over 2 hours, so you know what I'm saying, I need to get off and touch some grass. You know what I'm saying? It's day after Christmas, man. So happy birthday to my little bro. Love you, little bro. I got a video coming for you soon. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do live on YouTube, so we can go straight to YouTube with it. So to make sure you get that, get a couple more videos for the running back to see Montreal live. But yeah, I wish my little bro happy birthday. And hey man, I'm gonna get up out of here. I thank y'all for coming through. Remember, like, comment, subscribe. If you feel so inclined to, let me know in the comment section if you like what you see. If you don't, let me know that too. And shoot, I can do whatever I need to do to make it better. But anyway, man, I'm about to get out of here. Until next time, man. King Wallace out. 1. Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy King Wallace here, man. Back with another NCAA College Football 26 gameplay, man. I'm bringing you back to the SMU dynasty. We had a little bit of a layoff, but hopefully, I'm just gonna say hopefully. I'm gonna stress that a lot because life is lifing. I know I say that a lot, but I don't ever really have the time to post or record, so I'm gonna try to get these back rolling for y'all as fast as possible. Get a couple of games in, 2 game episodes, and we'll go from there, man. But as you can see, we are 9-0, man, and we are looking to finish up the season. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? And so we got Virginia this week, Florida State, then Wake Forest. And honestly, depending on how these games go, I may get all 3 of these. I'm not sure if all 3 of these will be in the same episode. I may have to break them up. Like maybe the Florida State game, they are 5-4. How are they ranked 24 in the nation? So the teams that we're playing aren't that great. But if you remember last year, I lost to Wake Forest. Can't explain that, but it happened. But anyways, man, as I can see, there's been 1, 2, 3, only 4 ranked people on our schedule, so we aren't getting the best schedule, I guess you could say. Paul Quinn is going to be one every year. Penn State. Alright. Notre Dame. We smoked Notre Dame. I mean, none of these games have really been close except for the first 2. And we put 76 on Boston College. But yeah, man, we're going to try to keep that ball rolling. Alright, and recruiting looks like it was done. Did I do recruiting already? Maybe I did recruiting already in the last video. I don't remember. But I'm looking back over it because I feel like it's been a little bit of time since I've been in here. So, my 3 stars, I have a couple of that's not interested at all. So, I'm in the fight here. Is there anybody that needs to, that's ready to visit? So, we got a 4-star, Stephen Peters, an edge, and a linebacker that are ready to visit. Do I not have? Oh, okay. They can't come visit. I already have 4 for Wake Forest. Ooh, we in trouble here because I really would like them to visit. But you gotta do what you gotta do, man. And not everybody can come visit. But I guess we ain't got to spend a whole lot of time on recruiting. Oh, well, at least not before the game, man. Honestly, welcome back, y'all. I ain't gonna hold y'all too long, man. We're gonna go ahead and oh, sorry, y'all. There's just something going on. I'm missing something. But yeah, man, we'll go ahead and jump into the recording. All right, man. See y'all in a minute.
Gerald J. Ford Stadium in Dallas, home to the SMU Mustangs. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Virginia Cavaliers, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Mustangs will put total leather to crank us up. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Virginia's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. When you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the grab inside the 30. The Cavaliers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Let's take a minute here and think about Virginia. Can be a little bit tricky to balance that high school recruiting, transfer portal recruiting for some of the non-traditional powers. But when they're grabbing linebackers like this guy, you know they're doing the right thing.
Absolutely, and there's nothing tricky about that, right? Like, recruiting high school players is essential. Transfer portal is good to supplement, but getting a guy like this that can run at the linebacker spot, it can upgrade your roster immediately.
Going for it all. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
On that third down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on fourth.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. So SMU's offense will get the ball for the first time. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make a play? Like, does he choose to go after him and
breaks into the open? Got the first down and more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DB.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Backed up now, here's second and long. Scanning the field, it's Jennings. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. This This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
And the Mustangs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
They just needed a few inches, and the defense knocked them down in the backfield. If you don't convert on this fourth down, there will be questions about passing on the field goal try. Makes a grab past the marker. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Some room headed to the goal line. Then he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, SMU.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. And the Cavaliers will hustle to the line.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
He leaves it with his back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. He'll go to work in the air on second down. Got his man on the outside. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Cavaliers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Quarterback on the keeper. Runs through the tackle. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. And the Cavaliers are marching down the field.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. With the catch, it's Harrison. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Cavaliers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work.
And the offense showing off this short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Here comes the heat. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to pass. Got it set up on the outside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Now facing a third and long. Gonna look downfield again.
get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
And the Cavaliers will punt it away on 4th down. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback.
Ready?
Snags it quickly on the left. There he goes. They finally get to him. A lot of play there to pick up the first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Jennings. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. The Mustangs will line it up on 1st and 10. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll move it back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense.
Come on, set.
He wants to throw it. Got his man downfield. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not subbing out as much. By the 4th quarter, they are going to be gassed.
They'll run it from the gun. Runs through a tackle. They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Try to get it to the edge. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Got a little space. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd.
Ready?
And the Mustangs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal.
Here we go.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Mustangs!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into the season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Nebraska is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Tom Osborne, this has not been a blowout today in Lincoln. They're up by 7 over Washington. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
The Cavaliers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on second down. Quickly to the tight end. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that third down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not by much.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw and he needs a chunk play. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
And the Cavaliers will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the returner will be brought down. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time. It took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
From the gun, the ground game. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
To the air, it's Jennings. Under fire. Escapes trouble. Moves away as he feels pressure. Running into the open space. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
The Mustangs are on the move. He might want another play. Looking to throw on first down. Looking for the score. Looking to get it in. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, SMU. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here this Week 11 performance.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
He's looking to pass. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The Cavaliers send out the punt unit. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Really good balance on that last drive. They mix it. Oh, he's got some space. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Mustangs.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now. All wideouts, no backs. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Courtney. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Leaves it with the back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Cavaliers will send out the punt unit. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do.
He lobs one high down the left side. A full dive to haul that one in.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Handoff from the gun. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
You got got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did in that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
They'll move the tight end. Back to throw, it's Jennings. Pressure coming. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Quarterback now has to make sure his guys are dialed in. You can't make any more mistakes. Giving up a negative play on second down by the goal line, you've got to be really smart with this football.
And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Touchdown, SMU! And they add 6 more to the board for that trip to the house. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Nebraska is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Lincoln. One of the most special places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Washington. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Working well behind the sticks on second down.
Pound 55 weak.
Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. The Cavaliers want to crank the tempo. He'll throw on 3rd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Myers. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Back open in the middle. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. They've been steamrolled so far in this first half, David, but maybe a little positive momentum to take to the locker room.
Well, and I like you got the first down of the drive, so maybe you can build on this now. I would play with some tempo, obviously getting closer to halftime here. Maybe create some momentum, get a score here, and cut into this lead.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Finds his tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
Ready?
And here comes the offense on second down.
Ready.
Keeps it on the draw. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Cavaliers line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Just a short pass to the tight end. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Caught behind the line. It's Spears. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Offense calls a timeout here critically really important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He breaks a tackle. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. The Cavaliers decide to punt it away. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Inside a half minute to play. Would they dare go for a score here? Dropping back, it's Jennings. Here's the pressure. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Dallas. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Gerald J. Ford Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. They'll open the second half on the ground. Turning it on! Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. And the Mustangs in a good spot here with second and short.
42 Spider.
Looking for space. It's Harden. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are...
Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard
been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
They booted away on 4th down. Ripping through the defense. He just about took that one to the house. They finally bring him down, but when you have a return like that, it pretty much eats up everything gained by the punt. Wants to throw. It's Jennings. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Mustangs. A great catch and run for 6. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Boy, if that 1st down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? They got stuffed on 2nd down, and still they need 1 yard here on 3rd and goal. He'll pull it on the read. Touchdown, SMU! And they take it in for 6 more points.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And he tacks on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Caught over the middle. It's Harrison. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the tight end. Really nice job there to pick up the 1st down and get it to their own 41.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
And this is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And the Cavaliers are moving quickly down the field. Use the play fake, now to throw. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42.
Let's go!
Give to the back. He's not going to make Good job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Cavaliers will line up to punt it away. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Back to throw, it's Jennings. Pocket breaking down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Oh, better look out. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the...
Breaks into the open. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. The Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Shoved back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Oh, he wants it all. Underneath toasted coverage. Got it deep downfield. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Handoff from the shotgun. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The offense changing the play. Back to throw, it's Jennings. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Snagged out of the air. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection. Nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Grab behind the line. It's Johnson. He goes out of bounds, and that'll take us to the start of the 4th quarter. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. Touchdown, Mustangs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this... obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Looking downfield on first down. Got a man. It's Knox. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. And the Cavaliers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats and get the INT. Nice job by this D.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And the Mustangs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down, doesn't convert this time.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Ringo! In blue! In red!
On 4th down, going to the air. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. He makes the catch. He's knocked down immediately, but they'll have a goal-to-goal situation from the end. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Touchdown, SMU! Excellent pass by the back on the option. That score pushes us out to a comfortable margin, and they are so close to a 10-game winning streak.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Finds the tight end. Looking for room at the 40. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Rushes on him. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Got a man. It's McGee. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long, this one from the 44. Looking to throw again. Here's a heat. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. The Cavaliers line up to punt it away. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening. Run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse. There he goes! They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead, you want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the 4th quarter.
Off play action. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. The Mustangs will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Here's the give off the left side. Smashes ahead. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Ready, set.
Line gets set, 1st down.
Set. Ready.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's McGee.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue. Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Right back to the well. It's a fumble. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. I don't know if if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
And the Mustangs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
And another one bites the dust. Hey y'all, I'm back. Another one bites the dust, man. Colin Simmons has set the SMU single season sack record, man. I'm not even sure what it was. You know, we got to take a look at it and see exactly what it was for him to actually break it. Let's go to records. National. So let's go season. Oh, shout out to K2. And Brinson for that matter. That's crazy. Did he set it for the conference? Oh no, Ruben Bain had 18. Dang. So for the game? No? Oh, that must mean something else. Hold on. Is it? I'm confused. What was I supposed to go look at? You know what? Whatever. I don't even care right now. But for some reason my brain isn't working. So we just gonna go past this week. How about that? Yeah, my brain ain't working. I don't know what's going on. Honestly, I kind of checked out during that game because, like, I wouldn't expect. Oh, and we got another commit. Anton Vigil, 4-star defensive tackle for California, Mission Hills, California. And we lost the receiver. Looks like we lost the edge. Let's go take a look at the recruiting board, man. It's Florida State won this week. Okay. Or last week. Alright, so we lost out on Walter Martindale. Did I really like him? He had 90 speed. He had good speed, good route running. Yeah, we could have used him. I'm surprised he didn't want to think of it. Sure did. Oh, wait, have we even... We didn't even get to do our visit, so that sucks. Alright, well, Walter, goodbye. Alright, Kevin Jackson, what's your issue? You locked us out because of you just locked us out. Okay. So there's no real reason. You just locked us out. Okay. Well, goodbye. You moved us down the board. So we got Anton's Vigil, which we're gonna move from up 89 strength. Hit power has been good. Needs some work on the power and finesse moves. Block shading is not bad, but you know, we'll take another 4-star coming in. So that makes 1, 2. So that's we got a 5-star DT, 5-star Mike. So I mean, we eating right now. Let's put my 5 stars at the top. So we good right now, man. I'm not too much worried about it. When is Dylan King supposed to come in? Okay, his look decent. His power moves are crazy. Yeah. Why am I only soft selling him? Let's go ahead and hard sell him. Clock in. I don't know why I'm soft selling him. There's no telling what I was thinking at the time. It's been a little while since I played, so no telling what I was thinking at the time. Where is it? Oh yeah, right here. Clocked in, right at it. Okay. All right, so we got clocked in. We got a hard sell. When is he supposed to be coming in? Wake Forest as well. Okay, so since that guy dropped off the board, I wonder. Let's see. Did that open up a visit? No, it did not. Oh wait. So not for my edge. Steven probably going somewhere else this week, and that's probably gonna lose me the battle. But I can get Femi Seco in here, 4-star thumper linebacker from Knoxville, Virginia. All right. So prestige is what he cares most about. Conference prestige, I believe. And I hadn't seen anything before. But I do wholeheartedly believe that I'm going to be changing conferences after this year. But like the jump in competition. Alright, so what did I just schedule? It wasn't Peters, but I need to go ahead and do yours. What is Coach Prestige? Okay, so yeah, let's start hard selling them since we getting to the end of the year. All right, so we know 2 of these pitchers already. Could it be Conference Prestige, which it probably is, to be completely honest, as the 3rd one. Yeah, that's the only one that makes sense. Oh wait, it could be brand exposure. You're not giving us a whole lot to work with. So we're gonna do our best one and hope for the best. And if not, we're screwed. Alright, let's do your hard sell since we know yours for sure. Let to go. Oh, we gotta get some more hours on you. Landers. That's very close to Flanders. We don't know what you are here. Let's scout you a little bit. 85 speed, 91 acceleration. Meteor mount is crazy. Oh yeah, I need that. What is he? Elusive Rider. That's why. Yeah, let's go ahead and get that feet on you, big dog. Danny Turpin. Is he as fast as Turp? He is. Oh, he didn't want speed. I don't know what I can do with that 81 speed, dog. He's an elusive runner too. We gonna red search you, then we gonna try to get you faster if we can. Oof. That 81 speed is ugly. You too small to have speed that slow. Oh, we got locked that by Jacquez children, so fine then. Let's put some more hours on standard. We're gonna throw Fifi on you so we can get on your radar, because ain't nobody else really coming for you like that. But we're gonna see. You know, I like those tall corners. He's 6'1", so yeah, we'll take that. But that's how we got the recruiter. All right, man. So we got Florida State this week, and we on the road we on the road this week. So yeah, to take on Florida State. So not going. Okay, so they're not bad. They just not winning game. I want them to get something really good. I was seeing what, you know, if I could get on the list. I don't know what I got to do to get man, we not even on the list on the Maxwell Award list, like watch list. Are we not having a great season? What? Okay, hold on. Let's look at these season stats, man. Not doing really that bad. Jennings, 28-8. That ain't bad, man. I don't know what else I gotta do. I don't know, man. Maybe I gotta go crazy. You know, in these blowouts, I guess I should have been going crazy, but we run a lot. We spread people out that run a lot. So we're gonna figure that out. We are going to figure that out. I promise you that. All right, man. Without further ado, man, let's get to the next game. See y'all in a minute.
Nothing quite defines a season like seizing an opportunity. The opportunity that comes when the #1 team in the country comes into your house and you have an opportunity to stake your claim to one of those coveted playoff positions. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the SMU Mustangs, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollock from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Mustangs offense will have the football first. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, and I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it. In so many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Dropping back, it's Jennings. He's stopped right at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for a first down. It'll be 4th. The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Mustangs come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
Man, you gotta love the offense coming out with a plan. They're gonna feed their running back. Great job featuring him, great job setting the physical tone, and they punched this defense right in the mouth and already got them back on their heels.
Guys, let's have a look at SMU. They're the new #1 team in the country. What do they need to do to stay in that spot?
Well, and it's cool to see this team earn that, right? Like they haven't been #1. They had to go get it on the field, and now it's got to stay on the field, Jesse. One game at a time. Don't get over our skis. Think about too many things in the future. Think about today.
Yeah, they've got to have a sense of urgency now, especially knowing with that number 1 beside the name, they're going to get everybody's best shot. So they've got to step up. They've actually got to elevate their play now, I think, to keep this thing moving forward.
Unloads to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. And the Mustangs have pushed it inside the 20. Power football with the run. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll do it himself. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Mustangs!
How do you take the crowd out of the game? Do exactly that. Take the football, drive right down the field, prove you're the better team, give them nothing to cheer about. That is a picture-perfect first drive.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Florida State Seminoles offense will go to work for the first time today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Plows through the defense. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Webster. Spins away from the defender. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the lines.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
The Seminoles in the hurry-up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Seminoles pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work.
Here we go.
On the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking for a man, it's Applewhite. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. They're likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in.
Touchdown, no! Quick strike through the air for the score.
That is tremendous touch because he knew he was going to get drilled. He hung tough in the pocket and delivered a strike for the touchdown.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of turning it on. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
The Mustangs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. To throw, it's Jennings. Working the middle. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Defense holds their ground, pickup of a yard. It's at the 26. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. A strike downfield. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, SMU!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. Charlotte is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by a field goal over North Texas. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Takes the handoff. It's Gibson. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25.
Hey, 27, John.
Looking to throw, it's Applewhite. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
The Seminoles will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. Slips through the line. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. The early scripts have work trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Lights off the defender. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. He's got him. At the 35, he's open. Racing down the right side. Touchdown, Mustangs. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Looking to throw, it's Applewhite. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, after having 3 sacks in their last game, this offense knew they had to ID where this guy was going to line up every play, and they had to have an answer for him. Didn't have one there. He is so strong. He's so fast, and he just knows how to get home to the quarterback. He's got a 6th sense.
The Noles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Now the play fake. Fires one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Throws to the tight end. On target to the left. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. Chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Back to pass, it's Applewhite. Oh, they're after him! And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
And the Noles will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Wants to fire on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He'll try to breaks into the open. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. And the Mustangs will have it 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Second down coming up in this red zone opportunity. Here's the handoff. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And that's a good second down run. Commit to the running game. Run the football. Great gain. Great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
Trying to surprise him with the pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Trying to pound it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, SMU! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Ready to try the point after. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. A pretty short drive there, covering 38 yards, and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll start the return inside his spot. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score. And Jesse,
he tosses one high and deep down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Florida State.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. South Carolina has the lead right now, but this Williams-Bryce crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 7 over Florida. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. It's caught. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. To the air, it's Jennings. The sweet feet buy a little time. It's complete, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you could tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Not much there. He gets 1 to the 11. And the Seminoles are in the hurry-up.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against a wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in it.
Offense a little backed up here, and boy, would it help to convert this third down. They'll try to get it through the air. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Seminoles will punt it away on 4th down. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. He gets a block. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Looking downfield, it's Jennings. Unloads to the wideout. The short hands, it's Singleton. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Touchdown, SMU! And they take it in for 6 more points.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Gibson. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Get him to the ground. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Rides the back on the option, the give. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Looking downfield, it's Applewhite. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Looking to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
There he goes. Picks up the first down, still moving. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
How electrifying is this guy when the ball is in his hands? I'll tell you, he's making a name for himself all across college football. Ripped off over 100 yards in his last game out. He's basically at that now. This defense does not have an answer.
The Mustangs trying to cash it in on first and goal. Caught in the backfield, it's Singleton. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And what a job by the defense, seeing the quarterback throw the football, break on the football, no space allowed. As soon as he catches it, defender meet ball carrier and gets him on the ground.
Fires to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean.
Touchdown, Mustangs! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
They'll try to add another to their lead. Well, you could draw a line in the middle and he would have hit that thing. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Webster. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more...
Oh, he's got some space. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Looking to pass, it's Applewhite. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. fires to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Touchdown Seminoles! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And it's perfect. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're set to kick it off. And you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. It's complete. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. First down for this offense. Bringing the heat. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Trying to hook up on the sideline, but it's incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking for a man. It's Jennings. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Trying to move the sticks on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Sends his first one of the day on the way, and we didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. A huge return there, steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. Here we go, they'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Unleashes one deep. Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be second down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. On the move, he fires. He's got it. Brought down at the 31. It is a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. Wants to go up top on first down. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Goodness gracious, this is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game, are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Finds a man on the left. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Encroachment, defense.
Defense a little too eager. That's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. Looking for a productive play on 1st down.
Ready.
To the air, it's Applewhite. Under fire. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. It's good. Easy call for the ref.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the 1st half. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in Tallahassee going on. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this 2nd half. And with that, let's send it back to our guys at Bobby Bowden Field.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the 2nd half here. And the Mustangs will kick it off to start the 2nd half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Huge deficit to start this 3rd quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this 1st drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the 2nd half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the 1st half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Applewhite. Finds his big tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those.
Intercepted, and now he's up to 14.
You know, as a defensive back, you want to force the quarterback to make plays way outside towards the sideline. That's a long throw. It requires a lot of arm strength and a lot of touch at the same time. Great job forcing the play out wide, making the big interception.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Split backs here.
Green 25.
Motion from the wideout. Looking downfield on 1st down. With the catch, it's Singleton. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Back to pass on second down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Little over anxious, out of the stands early, and it's a false start.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Wide open downfield. Turning it on. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, this guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him. B, getting it to him quickly. And then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
He's going for the goal line. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big one in the Big 12, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Cincinnati is down, but not out of it. Not in Nippert Stadium. One of the best home field advantages in all of college football. They're trailing by 13 to Texas Tech. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this Big 12 clash of the Titans, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Back to pass, it's Applewhite. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Quarterbacks don't have high completion percentages from their backs. It's been really hard for this QB to get in any kind of rhythm. We got to change something up here. We got to do something different because right now it's just a sack party.
Pick it up. You're embarrassing us.
The Seminoles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Seminoles will punt this one away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. No fair catches here, looking for room. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. they'll give it to Johnson. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Here comes the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Looking to scramble. Fires to the right. Intercepted, and finally, this defense makes a play. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And this QB's put up a lot of numbers today and had a lot of success, but, man, he makes his first mistake. And this defense, they finally capitalize. They get the big turnover and stop.
Yeah, they needed something to go their way, finally, against the pass, and they get it right there. Now, if you're this quarterback, you got to turn the page quickly. Obviously, they're not going to stop throwing the football. They've had tons of success with this game tonight so far. He's going to be able to have to bounce back from that interception.
And what a throw to get it in there. They've got it in business in the red zone at the 13. The Seminoles have taken it inside the 20. Dropping back, it's Applewhite. He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
The play action fake. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
All right, this offense needs to come up with a solution for this defensive end because he is a problem. They have got to find a way to help out the offensive tackle to prevent this guy from getting to the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. The defense was in the dime package. They didn't have to send an extra rusher. The big fellas up front took care of that.
Yeah, and all dime means is I'm bringing an extra fast guy on the field and taking an extra fat guy off the field. But listen, the fat guys still get home. Isn't that beautiful? The big, athletic defensive line still does a great job getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. They'll try the run. Just enough there to get it to the 25. A pickup of 2.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
He'll keep it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a...
And the defense, they've got him at the 27. He just terrorizes quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers and then coordinators figure it out and then start double teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
And it's got to be consistently, Jesse. Like, you got to consistently play hard, play after play, because sometimes they get rid of the ball fast. Sometimes you can't get in the mix. But to get to the quarterback 30 times, very few people have done that.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time, that's what forced the incomplete.
He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. The Knowles send out the punt unit. This will be the 5th kick of the night. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Breaks into the open. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure. It's a 1st down.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. The Mustangs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Scanning the field, it's Jennings. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. So 1st down will open up the final period. The give to the tailback. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. And the Mustangs will snap it on 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. Off play action on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Wideout trying to get it in. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. They've moved it right to the edge, and they need 1 more yard for the touchdown on 3rd down. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Lets it go to the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete. They'll try to tack on a little extra to this lead with a touchdown here on 4th and goal. To the air, it's Jennings. On the run, still looking. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Mustangs! That's what finishing the deal looks like. build the lead in the fourth quarter and close in on 11 straight victories.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. South Carolina is on the wrong end of a one-sided affair today, and if you'll pardon the pun, the chickens are going to come home to roost this week in Columbia. They're I-24 to Florida. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should see.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
And the Noles come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They'll run the sneak for it. And he just needed a few inches, and the defense was surly and nasty and said, no, sirree. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Has to get there to move the sticks. He's going to be run out of bounds, and he needed a couple of more steps. They'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. They'll give it to the back. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Play callers love it offensively when you can run the football when the other team knows you're going to do it. That is called imposing your will. And here in the fourth quarter, with the lead, very first play of the drive, you break off a nice run. He might just call the exact same play right again here.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. The Mustangs come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Under fire. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on third and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a fourth down.
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking for room. It's Harden. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And the Mustangs have this offense rolling. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. The Mustangs have it with a 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Makes it past the marker. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to them.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Trying play action. Almost had the pick there. Would have been his 2nd of the game. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Got it in the middle at Singleton. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And the offense takes control of this football game late. I tell you what, this offense doesn't wow you in every position. They've got some good players. They find a way to put drives together. They find a way to score. But this team is undefeated. This team is a force to be reckoned with, continuing to stay undefeated.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They took it 71 yards down the field, and they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Webster. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a...
There he goes! Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble. Now on first down from the 30. Now they'll run the draw. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down. Good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside is 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Firmly in control of this game, we'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, Danny. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today, we kicked them in the face?
Looks like the offense will just take a knee. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. The quarterback takes a knee.
That's a nice job by this defense, getting in the backfield quick. They got in there so fast, anticipating pass on third and long, but they reacted so well to the run, get the tackle for a loss, and now probably going to force the punt here.
I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not, and that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got another blowout. Another blowout in my hand, man. I'm starting to think I should make the sliders harder. You feel me? You know, I'm gonna fine tune that and see what we can do for next game. Actually, you know, make it a little more difficult because we shouldn't be beating teams ass like that. Let's just be completely honest. So it's the ACC single season sacks record. I said that right. So I'm gonna try to look that up again, so I don't want to embarrass myself. All right, so it says records. ACC season. Okay, there we go. I don't think he was there last time. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think he was there. I didn't see his name. If he was there, my bad. So he has 20 sacks this year, which is crazy. He going for D-boy. Whatever that one is. I'm not sure what that that award is called. Let me see. Okay, done shot up. Like he wasn't on this board at first. He done shot up. Shoot, we might have a chance. Maybe he can shoot up a couple more boards. A couple more. You feel me? Walter Camp. He number 7 on Walter Camp. Oh yeah, I'm gonna win because you're here easy. Davey O'Brien, he number 5. So I ain't tripping. Like, you know, we in the fight. Okay, oh, it's the Chuck McNair award. Okay. Bellamy a senior. He only an 86 overall? I mean, 88 overall? Really? Isaac Swift is a senior, but he's also 92 overall, so we shouldn't lose him too. Yeah, we cannot waste this defense. 78 overall, DJ Warner. I think I might have to put him back at end next year. Hopefully I get some more linebackers in, man. Okay. That's what I wanted to see. That's exactly what I wanted to see. I ain't worried about the other ones right now. We'll take a look at them a little later. So, okay. Mark Fletcher, I don't know who he is. If this is a real person or not, but he's having himself a time. Alright, man. So, actually, you know what? We'll go ahead and advance to next week for y'all, man. Let's see if we got any signings this week. Just to be sure. We do. We got some commits. All right, Matt Goodwill out of Westerville, Ohio, 4-star edge, and that's all we got. And I'll take it. But we lost the guard. Oh wait, did we lose him or are we in a battle for him? Okay, Kevin got player of the week. Only 56% completion. Okay, I got to do better with that. Advanced week is maybe. So they not even giving him consideration. Maybe I'm not playing well enough. I don't know. Don't give me the line. Alright, let's check out this recruiting board just one more time. At least I know it's done before the last game. So let's move you up. Goodwill. Thank you, sir. Okay, so he had a visit with us. And week 11, then turned around to week 12. So he may go to Oklahoma State, which is crazy. You go to Oklahoma State from Wilson, he cannot run like the same percent. He's a pass blocker. He's at a DeSoto. He's right down the street. I don't understand. Like, what kind of bag they giving you over there? You feel me? Is there anybody else that I want to add late? Is there anybody else? He is a left tackle. No. Well, I don't know. 2 stars is throwing me. But yeah. And nothing there right now. Hell of a job. Hell of a job, Paul Quinn. We number 16 in the nation right now. As far as classes go. So we ain't done recruiting this year, but I'm not gonna do any more, man. Been playing for over 2 hours. But you see those 2 blowouts actually kind of took it out of me. So we get a game of break, get up and go do something else. You feel me? But anyway, man, I want to thank y'all. Thank y'all for always coming through and supporting the videos. Remember, like, comment, subscribe on the videos. You know what I'm saying? It helps the channel out, but also, you know, it lets me know you guys are still watching and you guys want to see more. But hey, man, man, thanks for coming through. And until next time, man, I'm out. King Wallace out. 1.